The Saturday morning sun had barely risen over Cedar Grove Park when Ethan Miller, a single dad in his mid-30s, knelt to tie his 6-year-old daughter Lily's shoelaces. The park was already buzzing, kids laughing, dogs barking, parents sipping coffee. Ethan worked long hours as a mechanic in a small auto shop just outside Dallas, but Saturdays were sacred. Saturdays belonged to Lily. They came to this park every week to feed ducks, swing on the rusty swings, and pretend they were explorers hunting for treasure. As Ethan finished tying her shoes, Lily tugged his sleeve. "Daddy, can we get ice cream after the playground?" "Of course," he smiled. Treasure hunters always need ice cream. They had barely walked 5 steps toward the slide when a little girl with curly brown hair and bright hazel eyes ran up to them. She must have been about the same age as Lily. She looked at Ethan for a long moment, too long for a child meeting a stranger. Her eyes widened as if she had spotted something unbelievable. Then she said softly, almost whispering, "Hello, sir, my mother has a tattoo just like yours." Ethan froze. His right forearm, half covered by his rolled-up sleeve, held a tattoo of a small silver compass with a date underneath it. July 18th, the day he lost his wife, Emma. It wasn't a design people randomly chose. It was a memorial tattoo. Personal. Unique. He knelt, forcing a gentle smile. "Oh, that's a pretty special tattoo. What's your mother's name?" Before the girl could answer, a woman called from across the park. "Maya, don't run off like that." Ethan turned, and the world stopped. A woman in a navy blue cardigan, jeans, and white sneakers hurried toward them. Her dark hair fell just past her shoulders. Her eyes, soft, warm, familiar, locked onto Ethan's. She froze the moment she saw him. Her face went pale, her breath caught, her hands shook, and Ethan felt like the ground had disappeared beneath him. Because the woman looked exactly like Emma, his wife, the wife he had buried 7 years ago. But it couldn't be. It wasn't possible. She stood only a few feet away now, catching her breath. Her eyes shimmered with shock, confusion, and guilt. Deep, heavy guilt. "Ethan," she whispered. The name left her lips like she had rehearsed saying it for years. Lily stepped closer to her dad, gripping his pant leg. "Daddy, why does she know your name?" Ethan's voice barely formed. Who are you?" The woman looked away, wiping quickly at tears. "My name is Elena Carter, but once, a long time ago, I was known as Emma Miller." Ethan felt like he had been punched. His heart hammered painfully. His hands trembled. "Emma died," he said, his voice cracking. I held your hand in the hospital. I watched, I saw. You saw what they wanted you to see," she said quietly. "But, I didn't die." Ethan felt dizzy. The world blurred around him. Voices, children, laughter, all faded into a numb echo. "Elena," Emma continued in a trembling voice. "I was placed under federal protection. Witness protection. I wasn't allowed to contact you. I wasn't allowed to tell you I was alive. They staged everything. I begged them to let me tell you." "Stop." Ethan's voice broke, raw and shaking. This can't be real." Maya looked back and forth between them. "Mommy, why is he sad?" Elena dropped to her knees beside her daughter. "Because, sweetheart, he's someone I used to love very much." Ethan turned away, wiping his eyes with the heel of his palm. His voice trembled. "You left me thinking you died. For 7 years. 7 years. Elena stood slowly, her eyes drowning in pain. "I had no choice. I witnessed something at my old job, something dangerous. They told me the threats extended to anyone close to me. That means you. And Lily, who was only a baby." Ethan swallowed hard. "You could have trusted me. We could have figured something out. You didn't have to disappear." Elena shook her head. "If I contacted you, they would have moved me again. Or worse, they told me not to put you or our daughter at risk." "Our daughter," Ethan repeated, his voice hollow. He stared at Maya, the little girl with the same hazel eyes his wife once had. "You started a new life." Elena's face shattered with emotion. "No, I didn't start a new life. I survived one. I never stopped loving you. Not for 1 second. But I had Maya 5 years ago. I tried to move on, but I never replaced you." Silence stretched between them, heavy, suffocating. Ethan knelt in front of Maya. "Sweetheart, you said your mother has a tattoo like mine. Can you show me?" Maya nodded and pulled up her sleeve. There it was. The same compass, but hers had a different date. October 4th, Maya's birthday. Not a memorial. A beginning. Ethan stood, tears slipping down his cheek. You remembered our symbol, he whispered. Elena nodded, voice breaking. I never forgot who I was before they changed my name. For a long moment, no one moved. Elena finally wiped her eyes and looked at him. I know you're angry. You deserve to be. But, I had to protect you. And now that the threat is over, now that they finally cleared my case. She inhaled sharply. I wanted to find you. I've been searching for weeks. And today, fate gave me a miracle. Ethan looked at Lily, standing silently at his side. He looked at Maya, who smiled innocently, unaware of the storm swirling around them. He looked at Elena, his wife, the woman he mourned, the woman he hated, the woman he still loved so deeply it hurt to breathe. He felt everything at once: anger, betrayal, love, shock, relief, pain, hope. But above all, he felt the truth. She didn't leave him. She lost him. And he lost her. Both against their will. Lily whispered, Daddy, is that lady my mom? Ethan swallowed a lump in his throat. Elena covered her mouth, sobbing softly. Ethan placed a gentle hand on Lily's shoulder. Honey, I think we need to talk. All of us. Elena nodded. I'm not asking you to forgive me. I know I don't deserve it. But I want you to know, I'm here now. For you. For Lily. For all of us. The wind rustled the leaves of the old oak tree beside them. Children played. Parents laughed. Life moved normally around them, yet for this broken family, the world had changed forever. Ethan slowly stepped forward. For 7 years, he had lived with emptiness. Now standing before him was the woman he once believed he'd grow old with. He whispered, Come with us. Let's talk. Not as strangers. As, whatever we are now. Elena's eyes softened with hope and heartbreak. She nodded. And for the first time in 7 years, they walked side by side. Not whole, not healed, but together. The beginning, unfinished, painful, complicated, yet full of possibilities. And somewhere deep inside his chest, Ethan felt something he hadn't felt in years.